welcome to Snews News. We'll be the hosts of the show.
I'm Dan Castle.
And I'm Hoyt Banks. This is our Thanksgiving episode of Snews News.
But wait, wasn't Thanksgiving a week or two ago?
These are your hot topics. The Conestoga Honor Society recently inducted some new students at Conestoga. With teachers strapping on an even heavier workloads, it makes this task increasingly difficult to achieve. Snews recently tried to talk to Conestoga teachers about the increasing amount of work this year, but Mr. Smith refused to talk to us. A student can become inducted in the Honor Society if one studies hard or they are enrolled in after-school activities, but many students work hard to become one of these select few. It is not an easy task to accomplish. With the constant studying to achieve such an honor, the students must inevitably cut back on social events, making them subject to Laughing Tim. A stockbroker visited Conestoga last week. The subject of his visit was to talk about the students' future in the world's economy. So if you thought you saw a nervous look on students' faces, then it wasn't just you. The broker talked about all of his experiences as a broker. As a broker, he said that his life was very busy and he had hundreds of phone calls every day. Many students who heard about the speech thought the broker was a whiner, until that is, a picture of him was released. The broker also talked about some of his stocks to watch out for, and about a new bill being passed in the Congress that could put you through college nearly free. Also, for newlyweds out there, it could cut back on their marriage penalty tax. But the bill didn't have its share of catches. The tuition college credit will be from 2002 through 2005, and the cut in the marriage penalty tax won't take effect until 2009. Now, for those on the Chinese calendar, you should marry in the rabbit. Send your kids to college in the monkey. And whatever you do, don't get sick on the pig. Do you have a feeling of impending doom, a rapidly increasing heart rate, or a sense of impending censorship lawsuit? If so, you probably know Conestoga's premier live show was kicked off last week. There are 3 of them. They play during Conestoga's 2nd, 3rd, and 7th periods. It is an ambitious goal to produce a half-hour show every day for the remainder of the school year. That is why the show is now only every other day and about 20 minutes in length. If you are one of those 4 people who do watch the show, then you know it hasn't been without its problems. The studio has had such problems like starting on time and finishing on time. But now, after a couple weeks, they've seemed to have all the kinks worked out. So if you'd like some delicious host banter, then tune in. Josh Stevens, known for his $1 million house and Corvette, recently won the state lottery. After hearing the news, Mr. Miller stated, "Welcome to the club." If you do not know who Mr. Miller is, refer to the picture to my left. Many feel such a prize should go to the less fortunate, rather than the more fortunate. The prize totaled near $1 million. With the new money, the Stevens no longer have to sweat over making their down payment on their 3rd beach house in Florida. Josh recently said, "With the new money, our family can take a journey to a place we've never been to before. A place with animals vastly different than our others. A place with different sports that has ever played." Not exactly stating what place he was talking about. We here at Snews News has analyzed his comment and broke it down into many pieces. Into metaphorical terms, we could have concluded Josh would be going to Cinnabar Island. What I've just received word that Snews News attained a picture of Josh at his Pokemon paradise. Well, it's that Thanksgiving time of the year, and all of us have put a couple of extra pounds on over the holiday. That is why Snews News has found a man who calls himself Jim to help you lose those unwanted pounds.
I'm aerobic Jim, and I have to tell you how to burn off those Thanksgiving pounds. So come with me. Think is an excellent way to burn off those pounds. Just keep on sidestepping and you should be fine. Many say stretching before a long run is necessary, but no, it is not. You just want to start running. Stretching wastes lots of energy. So let's go. Jumping jacks. You want to count how many jumping jacks? 1, 2, 3. You just want to keep going till about 100. It's a great thing to do. Let's keep going. While running, you may encounter some pedestrians. They just get in the way. You want to just get rid of them. They destroy your energy. You don't want that. To finish, this is an excellent plan. You want to stick by this plan and you lose all those Thanksgiving pounds. Just stick with me, Aerobic Jim, and I'll be with you every day of the week.
We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Hello, I am Mr. Cleo. I recently divorced my wife, Miss Cleo, who's on TV quite a bit too much. But I'm starting my own commercial. When you call me, it's only $700 a minute. $700 a minute for Mr. Cleo. Instead of my wife's rates, who's $7,000 a minute with Miss Cleo. So give me a call. Caller, you're on the line with Mr. Cleo.
Mr. Cleo, you have to help me.
What's your problem? Wait, I know your problem. You have too much soup. Yes, you've been purchasing an excess amount of soup from the Acme.
No, I was fired from my job.
Well, that's pretty close, eh? I see the card of spaceships. You like Star Wars.
That is true.
Well, thank you, caller. Next caller.
Mr. Cleo, everybody hates me.
You're having problems with your father, Joe?
No.
Mac.
No, that's not his name.
Peter.
No.
Zangdolk.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all in the cards. All in the cards. The cards.
Mr. Cleo, you're amazing.
Caller. Next caller. Mr. Cleo knows all.
Hi, Mr. Cleo.
Yes, caller?
Recently my dog ran away.
Puppy situation. Mr. Cleo knows all. I see the card of digging a hole. Mr. Cleo knows all. Your dog is digging a hole.
Might you know where he's digging a hole?
The cards are talking. I see 2 cards this time. The handbag. Yes, handpacks.com. Yeah, the card of talking and mystery.
What are you talking about? I just want to find my dog.
I explained to you. It's in the cards. In the cards. The card of light says your dog is dancing. Disco.
He loves to dance. Please.
Yes. More. You want more?
Yep.
I see the card of darkness. Your dog, it's very far away. Far away.
HR Puffin stuff isn't used to wandering.
It's beyond the known world. Yes, it built a rocket out of beans and catalogs.
That's what he was doing in the basement for such a long time?
Yes, your dog is in a better place now. It travels the galaxy searching for answers. The cards know all.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Cleo.
Next caller. Mr. Cleo grows weary, but he has time for one more caller. Caller?
Mr. Cleo, I called in later and you've ruined my life. My wife divorced me, I've lost my house and all my money.
That was in the cards. I told you to go buy a barn on the south side. The cards say
It ruined my life. I didn't have enough money to upkeep the barn.
Well, your cards, I can predict your future so your life will be nice. I see the card of departure. You are going on a very far journey. A journey that will take you on endless mishaps. Continuing onward and upward, not downward and over. Over and next to me. Mr. Cleo knows all, and the cards say anything they know.
Mr. Cleo has told you this before because of how the cards predict your fate. The cards go on, the cards talk. The cards are mystery. Caller, thank you for calling. Well, our cards grow thin and the outer worlds of the cards are telling me less and less, so our time is almost through. I thank you for calling, and I have to go now and talk with some more people about the cards. Thank you, callers. I am Mr. Cleo, and I will see you next time.
Remember, you can send us an email at snoozeit@hotmail.com. That's snoozeit@hotmail.com. We'll be showcasing your letters in an upcoming episode.
Well, Ben has decided to take his medicine, so his anger outburst will be more suppressed. From the looks of it, it seems like his medicine is working. Let us join him now with Ben's Happy Fun Mail Time.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm Ben Filton, and this is Ben Filton's Happy Fun Mail Time. Yippee. I know you all thought I was gone. I'm not. I'm back. I'm here to stay. I'm going to be here answering your questions. Let's start off with our first letter. It's from a girl named Shannon. Shannon writes, Dear Ben, you scare me. I'm afraid of you. Whenever I see you, I start crying. Why do you scare me and others like me? Well, Shannon, that could be a few reasons. First of all, I scare lots of people. Don't worry, I'm a scary guy. It could be my hideous face, my lack of sensitivity and no emotions, or my strange, twisted sense of humor. I don't really know. Hope I answered your question, Shannon. Let's go to our next letter. This young person writes, Dear Ben, where do babies come from? P.S. Don't tell me the stork story, I'm not an idiot. Writes Johnny, age 6. Trust me, Johnny, you don't want to know. It's a very delicate subject. I don't think I should talk about it right now. Maybe when you're older. Let's go to our third letter now. Are we having a good time? Our third letter. Our next letter is from Billy. Billy writes, Dear Ben, I watch you every night. Thanks, Billy. How do you get onto the TV? I watch you, but I don't know how you get into that little black box. Well, Billy, I think I can explain it to you. First of all, I go to where I'm supposed to go, and they tape me with a video camera. Then we edit it. Then we have to give it to the big wigs of TETV. They usually censor us and do whatever they choose because we're not important. They have all the power. Alright, Billy, huh? You do one thing, and you're ruined. I made fun of one teacher, said he was a bad parent, that's it, as a joke. Kicked off the TETV, huh? Shunned from the TV studio. Do you want that, Billy? No. Just stay out of it, Billy. It's not your problem. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our nice little show. Ben Filton's Happy Fun Mail Time. Bye-bye. See you next time.
It's Thanksgiving, and all of us are getting ready to prepare for turkey for the holidays. But exactly how would one go about doing this? Let Mountain Man tell you.
I am Mountain Man. I am on the hunt of a lifetime. A turkey chase of mystery. The turkey is twice my size, and it is on the hunt trail of mine. This is a reverse turkey hunting. The turkey is after me for Thanksgiving? No, Thanks-taking. It's going to eat me alive, and I gotta go.
Now for a letter to our editor. Dear Snews News. Hey Dan, it's Tim again. I was watching your show every day last week. It was great with the improvements. But while watching the show each night, I forgot about my homework and 2 major tests. I'm sorry to say, but because of this, I'm suing your show for $100,000. I know you've been one of my greatest friends since the 3rd grade, but I really need to pass the grade. Sincerely sorry, Tim Wilson. Tim Wilson, Tim Wilson. I nursed him through 2 failing grades and 5 misplaced reports. And this is how he pays me back? Mother special creature. And I warned him, Hoyt. I warned him every step of the way. Watching him bounce around like some sort of game. Like a wind-up toy. Like 150 pounds of self-serving greed on wheels. The next 1,000 years are right around the corner, Kevin. And Tim Wilson, take a good look. He's the poster child for the next millennium. These people, it's no mystery where they came from. You sharpen the human appetite to the point where it can split atoms with its desire. You build egos the size of cathedrals. Fiber optically connect the world to every ego impulse. Grease the even dullest dreams to these dollar-green, gold-plated fantasies until every human becomes aspiring emperor. Where can you go from there? And as we're scrambling from one deal to the next, who's got his eye on the planet? As the air thickens, the water soils, the water sours, even the bee's honey takes on the taste of radioactivity. And it just keeps coming faster and faster. There's no chance to think, to prepare. It buys future, sell futures, when there is no future. You've got a billion Tim Wilsons all riding their way into the future. And then it hits home. You have to pay your own way, Tim. It's all late to buy out of the game now. Your belly's too full, your pencil is unsharpened, and you're screaming for someone to help. But guess what? There's no one there. You're all alone, Tim. Your mother's special little creature.
Dan, that's kind of harsh. He's just trying to make ends meet.
I know, but those kind of people really make me mad. Now for our picture of the week. This week's picture of the week is, you guessed it, a turkey. Let me tell you a little bit about how the first Thanksgiving began. The Pilgrims set ground at Plymouth Rock on December 11th, 1620. Their first winter was devastating. At the beginning of the following fall, they had lost 46 of the original 102 that sailed on the Mayflower. But the harvest of 1621 was a bountiful one, and the remaining colonists decided to celebrate with a feast, including 91 Native Americans, who had helped the Pilgrims survive their first year. This is believed that the Pilgrims would not have made it through the year without the help of the natives. The feast was more of a traditional English harvest festival than a true Thanksgiving observance. It lasted 3 days. Governor William Bradford set forth 4 men fowling after wild ducks and geese. It is not certain that wild turkey was a part of their feast. However, it was certain that they had benchen. The term turkey was used by the Pilgrims to mean any sort of wild fowl. Another modern staple at almost every Thanksgiving table is pumpkin pie. But there was no domestic cow for dairy production, and the newly discovered potato was still considered poisonous by many Europeans. But the feast did include fish, berries, watercress, lobster, dried fruit, clams, venison, and plums. This Thanksgiving feast was not repeated the following year, but in 1623, during a severe drought, all the Pilgrims gathered in the prayer service, praying for rain. When a long, steady rain followed the very next day, Governor Bradford proclaimed another day of Thanksgiving, again inviting their Native American friends. It wasn't until June 1676 that another day of Thanksgiving was proclaimed.
It was about 5 years ago when Snews News first got together. The setting was Thanksgiving dinner, but back then there were only 4 of us. Let us take a look.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Well, on behalf of Josh, I'd like to say thank you, Hoyt, for having this feast, and I guess Stewie would like to too.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for having me.
Seeing that it's Thanksgiving, I have this great idea, guys. We should make a TV show called Swen News. News backwards and then news. That'd be funny stuff. Everyone would watch it.
What are you talking about? Why am I even here? And did you cook this, Hoyt? Alright, let's just leave the cooking to your mom and just work on the speech impediment, alright?
The food's wonderful. I didn't cook it. It's from Boston Market. So what do you think about the Swen News idea?
This is some good turkey, Hoyt.
Remember, don't eat too much. You'll fall asleep.
So this Swen News, I could be an anchor, Stewie could be an anchor, and Hoyt and Josh could be technical directors.
I can't work with Hoyt, and he doesn't even blink. I couldn't even imagine what he does at home.
Oh, Josh, you and me to the end. We'll edit up this show. It'll be great.
All the puzzle pieces, it's falling in place. Just where would we put this show on?
Anywhere by TETV.
Yo.
Oh my god, this is good turkey.
Well, yeah, but this show, Swen News, we could have so many different segments, new people, it could be amazing.
Yeah, and then we could know.
Oh, Josh, you jokester, you.
Well, I'm kind of tired.
Must have been all that turkey. Well, we'll get back in session in a week or so. We'll get the Swen News.
That sounds great.
Now for On the Lighter Side. A man has been trapped now for 5 years. Where has he been trapped, you may ask? Well, if I were to answer you, I would let you know that he's been trapped in his mind. 5 years ago, he sat down for a Thanksgiving dinner, and all the turkey from the feast made him sleepy. He fell into a deep sleep and has not been able to be awakened now for 5 years. Hoyt and I are very troubled by this, so we decided to go into his head and find out what is happening. Now, I may warn you, we don't know what we'll find. I don't know what kind of mind he has. So if you are squeamish, you may want to close your eyes. We will be going into his mind during the dream stage of sleeping, which begins in 10 seconds. All right, Hoyt, are you ready to go into Borna's mind?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Borna, you have to wake up. You've been here for 5 years now. Borna, it's time to wake up. Borna, this is getting weird. You gotta wake up. This is getting weird, Dan. Borna's gonna do something to us. We gotta get out of here. Ah!
Well, that's our show for November 16th, 2001. Thank you for watching.
I'm Dan Caswell.
And I'm Hoyt Banks, and you've been watching Snooze News.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Dan, where did you go? What happened? He's gone. I'll see you next week. Alone?